TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning. It is 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, July 7th. Thank you so much for joining us. You got Rachel and Ryan here with you.
You know, I know it was still kind of humid yesterday, but it definitely felt
there was
way more comfortable last week.
There was some relief for sure.
Yeah.
You could sit out there and not be sweating.
Yeah, the air you can wear, or as we heard before, muggly.
It was a little muggly last week.
It was definitely muggly last week.
Here's
a pretty shot this morning here. All right, Kate, get us up and out the door.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Some of you maybe have some raindrops falling on your head as you're heading out the door this morning. Seeing some of that wet pavement, you do have breaks in the clouds and in the rain. It's nothing really too heavy around here. Temperatures this morning sitting in the mid-60s. The humidity is still with us. Even though our temperatures have really taken a step back by almost 20 degrees, it is still feeling a touch muggy. The rain's hanging around this morning. A lot of us will have a nice, dry, sunny finish to the day, and we are expected to heat things back up and possibly make a run at 90 again in just a couple of days. We'll talk more about that with your extended timecast coming up in a few minutes.
You might need it.
Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Tuesday morning. Live view right now from the Cat V Skynet 9 camera. This is in Baldwinsville. We're looking north. We can see breaks in the clouds, the sun coming up in about 15 minutes or so, but the pavement is wet. We've been in and out of some light rain showers throughout the evening. Temperatures, everyone's waking up in the 60s right now. Dew points are also in the low 60s, so it is feeling pretty humid outside. We have a little bit of this light rain hanging around Syracuse, parts of the Finger Lakes. This is going to be around at least for a couple of more hours. A little bit of some steadier rain moving right across Vienna, across over near Route 49, moving over Clay and 31, down into parts of Syracuse, especially along the south side. Got a little bit of some rain hanging on, and this extends down towards the southern tier, tied to these two areas of low pressure that's been kind of hanging around and taking its sweet old time to get out of here. But eventually, this area of high pressure right here is going to march itself in, clear us out, dry us out, and give us a pretty nice couple of days. But it's also going to heat us up. So the rain chances definitely around this morning, and then really begins to fall off for Syracuse by this afternoon. If you do live south and east of Syracuse, though, parts of Shenango, Madison counties, your rain may hang on just a little bit longer, and that's why your temperatures are a little bit cooler in the 70s. Now, where it's drier, really not much rain to worry about at all. Up in Watertown, that's where you'll find 80s for today. So we have a bit of a temperature spread from north to south, depending on your rain situation. But everyone is still feeling a touch of that mugginess, with dew point temperature still sitting in the mid-60s for you. I do think our timecast, our in-house model, is kind of overblowing the rain just a little bit here. You know, this rain has been fairly light. I don't really anticipate things intensifying really that much here in the next couple of hours. But it gives you a good sense of how things are gradually pushing out of here. You see that sunshine from Watertown to Oswego and Fulton, and eventually Syracuse by this afternoon and this evening. We'll dry it out. Got Amphitheater show tonight, the Guess Who, and so looking pretty good for that this evening. And we'll dry it out overnight, keeping it mostly clear, which means a little bit of patchy fog when you wake up tomorrow morning, especially down in the fog-prone areas of the southern tier, down in the Susquehanna Valley. And then for the rest of us tomorrow, looking great. It's warmer tomorrow, too. If you like the warm summer weather, we got that coming back after a bit of a break yesterday and today. We have the 80s returning by tomorrow and possibly near 90 by Thursday. That will also come with chances at some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. We'll continue the threat of scattered storms on Friday. There still might be a little bit of some moisture hanging on Saturday morning, but things don't look too shabby later in the day. Sunday looks good with chances of rain again on Monday.
Right now it is 5:15.
Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
So if you have plans to head out to Green Lakes or really just spending time outside, it is going to be a little wet and damp this morning, dealing with some morning showers, but afternoon sunshine. Temperature still not bad in the 70s.
At 5:19, here is your news on the go. weather looks like here at home, but intense storms dumping massive amounts of rain, leaving communities across the Northeast underwater. Officials in New Jersey investigating a video showing the moment the roof of a BJ's wholesale club collapsed. In Western New York, a woman needed to be rescued after floodwaters overtook her home. The storm is bringing relief from the historic heat wave that claimed the lives of at least 29 people in New Jersey and 3 people in New York City. The storm's delaying or canceling some 10,000 flights yesterday alone.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
We are still hanging on to a little bit of rain over central New York. It's not a lot, and it's really shrinking even just within this last about hour time loop here. So our rain chances starting to fall off later this morning, giving us a drier finish to the day, mostly from north to south. Here's our temperatures. We're still in the 70s to near 80 degrees. Baldwinsville high of 80, Waterloo 81, 78 down in Moravia, upper 70s to low 80s in Oswego County. A little bit cooler farther south and east you go because the clouds and the rain just hanging on a little bit more. Low 80s up in Watertown for today. Tonight's lows down to the 60s, feeling pretty comfortable. Tomorrow is a hotter day, though. Many of us are back well into the 80s with feels like temps close to 90.
From WSYR TV Syracuse, the local station, you're watching the morning news.
Well, it started as a dream, and then it turned into a nightmare. Oh, my goodness. Team USA is out. A night they want to forget in Seattle. Talk about sleepless in Seattle. The U.S. eliminated from the World Cup by Belgium. Guess what? 4-1. The final score. Oh.
Tough one.
That was tough.
I knew they scored one because I heard my husband cheering. I was like, okay.
You too?
And then I didn't
I
hear.
heard the boys yelling. Yeah, I was just got down to bed and
after that.
And then I heard, what? Come on.
Yeah, I did hear it. That
like,
was a foul. And I was like,
And then 2 minutes later, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Came back. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a great night. We'll have more for you with us the next half hour on that. But welcome in. It is 5:30. We're going to be in a good mood despite the loss. You have Ryan, Rachel, and Kate here with you.
Will the weather help put us in a good mood?
No. Look elsewhere. Kate always puts us in a good mood, no matter the forecast.
I know a lot of people are preferring this over last week's weather.
Yeah,
even though it still feels a little humid, but you know what? We're not dealing with such heavy rain where we're not dealing with any flooding. Yeah. Our plants and lawns are happy with this. It's raining just light enough.
Not as humid.
No, it's still feeling a touch sticky out there, but again, not nearly as bad as it was last week. This is what it looks like out over Pompey. We got some of those clouds still hanging on. And still a little bit of that rain. Not much, but we do have some light showers around the area. This is what it looks like from the CatV Skynet 9 camera in Auburn. Genesee Street, a little damp out there with some overnight rain. 65 degrees right now. Dew points also in the lower 60s. So we got some pretty high humidity to wake up to this morning. Our showers are tapering off as the morning goes on. We'll end the day with breaks of sun, and we're still hanging on to a touch of that humidity. It's not going to feel the most refreshing out there today.
We begin this morning with...
Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Tuesday morning. CatV Skynet 9 camera. This is in Oswego looking out over the lake. And we have a mostly clear sky in Oswego. It is 65 degrees at the Syracuse airport. We have a little bit of rain being reported with our dew point temperatures still pretty high in the low 60s. So waking up, still feeling humid out there. Dealing with a little bit of rain, not much, but our rain showers are fairly light in nature, but still dealing with some of these scattered showers in parts of Oneida, Madison counties. In and around the Syracuse area, you got some of those light sprinkles and drizzle from time to time as you were heading out the door with a couple of little downpours happening over parts of the Finger Lakes. This is all tied to 2 areas of low pressure nearby, the closest one being in New Jersey. It's slowly peeling itself out of here to be replaced with high pressure that's kind of out over Wisconsin and Michigan. That'll eventually move over us later on today. So our rain chances really starting to drop off here later this afternoon. For areas south and east of Syracuse, it's just going to be a little tougher to shake the rain and the clouds. So that's why places like Norwich, Cortland, Cazenovia are a bit cooler compared to places like Watertown, because Watertown is drier and sunnier today, and Syracuse is about in the middle with highs in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. The humidity is still with us. It's not ideal, but at least it's better than last week when we were up here. We're in that humid to muggy range, and this is taking us all the way through the end of the week, and then this weekend we'll start to feel just a little bit more noticeable relief around here. On the timecast, still showing some rain. I really feel like our in-house model here is really overdoing the rain on here. It makes it look a lot worse than what I am seeing. I'm actually seeing our rain kind of weakening here a little bit. But it gives you an idea how clouds and some of that moisture are still hanging tough south and east. Meanwhile, the sun is back along the lake shore. By lunchtime today, in the second half of our day, features increasing sun and a very pleasant night for this evening for any of your plans that you may have going on, with temperatures in the 60s overnight. We wake up tomorrow morning, a little bit of some valley fog, especially down in the southern tier. Mostly sunny during the day tomorrow. A hotter day tomorrow, too, along with it being more humid. Temperatures are climbing back into the mid-80s for those highs tomorrow. And by Thursday, we're actually pushing near 90 degrees. And we have chances of rain and thunderstorms returning by the afternoon. More scattered rain showers and storms happening on Friday with highs still in the mid-80s. Saturday, a few morning showers, but the rest of the day is looking pretty good. Sunday, lower humidity, feeling comfortable too, with highs getting into the low 80s. And then we'll have a little bit more rain again on Monday.
In today's Tech Bites, Hollywood's first AI actor is getting her first feature film. Tilly Norwood, the AI actor.
Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
A little damp, a little rainy this morning, but it's not lasting all day. We are expecting a drier finish to the day. Highs are still in the 70s.
So that's what it looks like here at home, but intense storms leaving communities across the Northeast underwater. Here's your news on the go. Officials in New Jersey investigating this video showing the moments the roof of a BJ's wholesale club collapsed. In Western New York, a woman needed to be rescued after floodwaters overtook her home. The storms bringing relief from the historic heat wave that claimed the lives of at least 29 people in New Jersey and 3 in New York City.
A growing list of Democrats.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
If you were planning on hitting up your favorite golf spot, well, not looking too shabby for today. The grass and everything is going to be pretty damp and wet for you this morning. Still hanging on to a little bit of some light rain, but the rain does get better as the day goes on, ending the day with some of that sunshine and temperatures for most of us in the 70s. Closer towards Watertown, you're actually going to be in the 80s today. Pollen count on that medium side. UV index is low today. That is 2, but still wear sunscreen. We're still expecting sun to return later in the day. Air quality is good. It's in the 30s. Dew point temperatures, though, it's still feeling humid out there with those dew points still in the 60s. Oh, we have amphitheater. I love these. Next, Ampapun, the Guess Who is coming tonight. The sun will share land with concert goers. Should see nice sunny skies. Those eyes, well, they will need some sunglasses with that sun setting. The sunsets at the app is gorgeous and feeling nice like an American woman out there. That's clear sky and temperatures in the 70s later this evening and falling through the 60s overnight, giving us a hotter day tomorrow, mostly sunny, very warm with highs near 90 on Thursday. Better chances of rain Thursday into Friday. Saturday is looking pretty good. Ryan, our Sunday morning is not looking too shabby in Utica, so that's
For
good.
the Boilermaker?
Mm-hmm. We've been watching that very carefully.
Oh, I'm sure
I ran the race in Casanova the weekend.
I know. I thought of you.
Holy moly.
Oh.
That was hot and humid.
It will not be like that Sunday morning, thank goodness.
They're handing out cups of water. I was just pouring over my head.
Some chocolate too.
Yeah, so it's World Chocolate Day, by the way.
My favorite day.
All right, if you had to pick one of these three, what would you do?
Oh, Twix. For sure.
Wait. Okay, 5.
Oh.
So we have a Snickers, a Twix, a Reese's.
For me, it's obvious.
No.
For me, it's so obvious.
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
I think Twix is my favorite too.
Oh, mine is Reese's.
I like Twix.
I love me a Crunch Bar, though.
Well, there we are.
There you go.
All right.
For me, it's Reese's every time.
Reese's, yeah.
I'm a
Chocolate
peanut butter girl.
I know. All right, before we get to...
I hate these.
You give them all to me. I love those.
I think they're just
like
ugh. No thanks.
Well,
throw that in the trash.
More for us then, Kate. Let's
love 'em.
quickly answer yes.
Happening now. ITheir TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock, Tuesday, July 7th. Thank you so much for joining us today. Got Rachel and Ryan here with you. We're glad you're here.
Yes, we are, and we are glad that it's not as hot as last week, but we are still dealing with some humidity. So what kind of hairspray are you going to need today, Kate?
The level 3.
Okay.
Level 3
not bad.
hairspray. You know how the Tresemme has the levels on there, you know? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, the level 3. I think it's like the gold one on there. Yeah. So we're dealing with a little bit of rain this morning. There's not a lot. It's more of a drizzle than anything, but some of you still hanging on to more of these pesky showers, which our gardens and our lawns are loving. We have gotten away without dealing with a lot of the heavy rain and flash flooding, like some spots in western New York have been dealing with. So that's good. Here's what it looks like right now from the CatV Skynet 9 camera. A little foggy out there. You can see the damp Route 31 looking from Liverpool Pool and Spa, 65 degrees with a dew point of 63. So you can feel a bit of that mugginess as you're heading out the door this morning. We're not as hot. Highs are in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees for today, but we do have a high of 90 popping up on our 7-day forecast. Find out for which day coming up in a few minutes.
Oh, it's good.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Tuesday morning, CatV Skynet 9 camera in Morrisville. A cloudy start to our day. This time yesterday when we pulled up the camera, it was raining pretty good. Now we still have some little bit of rain around, not much, but a lot of clouds. It's humid. We're in the 60s right now with dew points also in the 60s. You can see that high humidity for you, and you can feel it as you step outside the door. There's not a lot of rain though. The rain that we are still hanging on to, it's fairly light in nature. Even the steady rain that we had up along Oneida Lake, that's kind of fizzled out at this point. Still dealing with a little bit down in the valley, Pompey, Otisco area, and some out over the Finger Lakes, right over towards Trumansburg, southern Seneca County. And this is all tied into a pair of low pressure systems just down to our south. It is slowly making its way offshore to make room for high pressure that's out over the Great Lakes. That's going to sneak in here and eventually clear things out. Will be a slow go, but eventually we will end our day nice and dry with some of that sun and feeling pretty good for today as well. Temperatures ranging. It depends on how much sun you get. The farther north you are, closer towards Watertown, Oswego, better shot of hitting 80 or higher, where the clouds and the moisture just kind of hangs on a little bit longer compared to everyone else. That's where you'll find highs in the lower 70s. The humidity, though, is not really breaking. It was still feeling a touch humid yesterday. We're still feeling that borderline mugginess for today. And that's where we are going to hold our dew points in the humidity all the way through the end of the week. Then over the weekend, things will start to feel a little better around here. On the timecast, this is very much overdone. Yeah, I've been seeing this rain really weaken and kind of fizzle out, so I'm having a really hard time buying some steady rain still hanging on at lunchtime today. I really honestly do not think so. If we still have some rain, I don't think it's going to look as bad as that. But it gives you an idea of who is still cloudy and still dealing with a little bit of rain, though, farther to the south and to the east, and who is seeing more sunshine closer from Watertown, Oswego, and Soda. So if you have a beach day plan, it's not the hottest of days, but still not bad. More comfortable than what we had last week. This evening, clear sky. That will set us up for a foggy night in our typical valley areas, dealing with some fog in the morning. And then we have a sunny day for tomorrow, but it's also warmer tomorrow. Highs are well into the 80s again. Dew point temperatures are coming up a little bit, so those feels like temps will be hovering in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Now, we could actually flirt with 90 on Thursday with those air temperatures, and it's still humid too, so we'll be dealing with some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Better chance at some rain and storms on Friday. A lingering shower possible on Saturday. I am expecting a lot of dry time. Sunday is looking pretty good, which is good news for anyone maybe heading out to Utica Sunday morning.
We'll be there.
You know, running a couple.
Do you have your sign ready to cheer us on?
Just a couple of miles. Yeah.
I'm working on it. Work in progress.
What mile marker will you be at cheering us on?
I'm workshopping it all.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, probably like 5.
Oh, okay. We'll be
The
looking.
midway point there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
For today's question,
Where we need it most.
today is World Chocolate Day. So
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Well, it's not the hottest of days for the beach, but maybe that's how you like it. Along Lake Ontario, it actually looks very pleasant today with highs around 80 degrees. There's still a touch of a humidity out there. The wind is generally from the east, so wave heights are less than a foot out there for most of us.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Well, nationwide, weather-wise, it is still pretty hot in the middle part of the country. From Denver to Kansas City and Dallas, temperatures still well into the 90s. Still very, very hot. Orlando is in the 90s as well. There was one point last week we were actually hotter and more humid than Orlando, but up in the Northeast, we are cooler. Syracuse, high of only about 80 degrees. A little bit closer to home, you can find a lot of 70s downstate. Even Kingston, Poughkeepsie, we're looking at 60s because it's cloudier and rainier with these showers eventually getting out of here. The warmest and driest part of the state is actually going to be up in the North Country. Lake Ontario looking pretty good. Wave heights less than 2 feet with highs up near 80 degrees. Out over Oneida Lake, hanging on to a little bit of rain this morning, but drying out this afternoon with some sunshine. Again, wave heights, not much of a chop out there. Tomorrow is a hotter day and looking for a dry, hot beach day. Tomorrow's your day. It's Thursday. Just have to keep an eye on some afternoon thunderstorms. Oh, did we lose a crunch?
I messed up
Ruining
your
my display.
here.
It was so beautiful, too.
Anyway.
Oh, God. Like a domino.
I am no interior designer, I can tell you that much. It is World Chocolate Day. You good?
Yum.
Perfect.
So we are asking...
From WSYR TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
We're waking up kicking and screaming this morning, and that's because we couldn't find the net at all. Really. Just once. Yesterday. What?
She said good movie. I don't know what you're talking
Kicking
about.
and Screaming with Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell?
But we're talking about the U.S. World Cup first. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
We went down.
There's too many things
4 to
going on. My
1.
brain can't go.
Yeah, we're talking soccer.
Okay.
Your favorite sport.
Eh.
But yeah, USA out.
It was
4 to 1
depressing.
to Belgium. Not good.
And if you stayed up to watch, we're sorry.
Yeah.
Grab some coffee. Today will be better.
You'll need it for sure.
Kicking and Screaming, though, is a great Will Ferrell movie about a youth kids soccer team.
He's the coach, right?
It's so
Oh, never seen it, but now I know what
good.
you're
It's
talking
really
about.
good.
Okay.
It was like one of my favorites of the time. It's very underrated, I feel like.
Anything else? More there, Ebert?
Pair her up with Brian Miller.
Yeah. I'll be on Bridge Street later.
Please follow her for more. Good morning to you. It is 6:30. You have Ryan, Rachel, and Kate here, and just an okay day.
That's all right.
It could be fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, our
Not too hot.
flowers getting a little drink of water.
Yeah.
I'll have to get my hose out later. Makes me happy.
Yeah.
Take it.
It's fine. One less chore I have to do, which is good.
Your plants will live one day longer in the summer.
They're doing-
as
they're
we
doing
know,
it.
brown thumb over
They're
here.
not doing that. You know, they're not doing it too shabby out there. Ooh, look. I'm looking on the horizon. There's a really, really cool cloud. Oh, look how broken the clouds are close to the horizon there. That's pretty cool. That's our tower cam giving us a nice panoramic view. On the radar, not much. There's a little bit of rain around, and it's just more damp than anything outside. If you do hit some of these showers, they're fairly light, just more of a drizzle than anything. Still cloudy as we are up and at 'em this morning. 65 with the dew point of 63. So we do have a relatively high humidity at the moment, and eventually this rain's going to taper off. We'll see more and more of that sun today with those highs in the 70s.
We begin this.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Tuesday. Cat V Skynet 9 camera looking out over downtown Syracuse. Mostly cloudy start to our day, but it is pretty quiet out there. We have just a light wind coming from the east. Dew point temperatures are also in the 60s, so it does feel a bit humid outside. We are dealing with still some lingering rain showers, mostly south and east of Syracuse at the moment. We had some steadier rain out over Oneida Lake, now just left with some drizzle. That's really about it. The rain is becoming lighter and lighter with every scan around here. We'll still hang on to some showers, mostly south and east of Syracuse, but this is slowly peeling out of here. We got drier air coming in from the Great Lakes. You can see our rain chances really begin to fall off here. And after lunchtime, most of us are pretty much dry for the rest of the day. Temperatures ranging from the low 80s up north to the low 70s to the south. Just whoever's going to get more sunshine. Up north, we get that sun pretty much first thing this morning, and then eventually ending the day with the sun down towards Cortland and Norwich. The dew point temperatures, though, are still on that muggy side. We're going to remain in the mid-60s with the dew points all the way through the end of the week. You can see we feel a smidgen better over the weekend. So still hanging on to the humidity. Our in-house model we use here for the timecast has been way overdone with the rain. This is clearly not going to be the case, okay? Our rain is very light. It's more of a nuisance, more of a drizzle than anything. One thing I do agree with, though, that it's hanging on to some clouds and some of that low-level moisture for areas south and east of Syracuse and like this quadrant here down towards the Catskills. That's why you'll find cooler temperatures there and more sunshine and warmer weather from Watertown to Oswego and Sodus. Ending the day with that sunshine this afternoon and this evening for pretty much everyone else in central New York. And we'll clear the sky out overnight. But that's going to allow some decent fog to set up, mainly down towards the Susquehanna Valley, down to the southern tier where it's very fog prone. And then bright and sunny tomorrow. Temperatures are also hotter tomorrow. We're back to feeling good pool weather, maybe beach weather for tomorrow. The humidity is still with us, but it's not nearly as bad as what we had last week. By Thursday, we're really kicking up the heat and the humidity, and with that comes with the threat of some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mostly up in the North Country right now, but filling in a little bit midday in central New York. So we're flirting with 90 by Thursday. I do think we have a better chance of more widely scattered showers and a couple thunderstorms on Friday. It's going to feel pretty humid out there, too. And then we'll gradually feel better and dry it out over the weekend. Not bad Saturday, not bad Sunday, and a couple of shower storms possible on Monday. There are signs that we get a little bit of a heat dome again next week. The positioning is a little bit different, but it's putting us in another stormy track for next week. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Okay? Mm-hmm.
Well, give me a break.
Oh, yeah. Break me
up a piece of that Kit Kat bar. It is World Chocolate Day.
So I'm not going to actually
Yeah, be careful. We got to put those back.
Stolen goods.
It is World Chocolate.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
Still waking up to a little bit of some dampness, some light rain showers, some cloud cover this morning, but ending the day with some sunshine and highs near 80. Looking at the radar right now, and we are still dealing with a little bit of some rain, but not as much, and it's slowly shifting down to our south and to our east, and we're seeing more of that sunshine breaking through. North Country, you have plenty of sunshine, and we can see it on the horizon here, looking from our Cat V Skynet 9 camera in Oswego. A little bit of sun shining down on the port city, a nice view, looking out over the lake as well, not dealing with any haziness as we are up and at 'em. It is 65 degrees with the dew point of 63, so it feels pretty humid outside, and it's going to remain humid. Even though we are not as hot as we were last week, you can still feel a touch of that stickiness in the air. The wind is from the east. We're fighting through some clouds this morning, but we'll end the day with the sunshine and drier weather. That'll set us up for a very nice, warm summer day tomorrow with highs well into the 80s. Near 90 on Thursday with afternoon rain and thunderstorms, more scattered storms on Friday. The weekend doesn't look too bad right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like the sound of that.
We love the sound of that. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, we are not done. Go on to WSYR Plus. That is our free app, and you can watch our 7 o'clock news there, streaming anytime for you. And remember, we're only 50 days away from the great New York State Fair.